make this really healthy dish, cut up a few carrot sticks, get some beautiful tomatoes, maybe some pita bread, and have an amazing lunch. And it was all your own work. It's so satisfying. So all of that and saving money too. And stick around to the end when I'll give you a breakdown of how much it cost me to make this hummus. So if you want to get a sense of whether this is worth the effort for you, have a look at the breakdown of the figures so you can make a good decision. So here we've got all the ingredients laid out to make our hummus. I'll put links to the full recipe below, but the ingredients are, we've got about 3/4 of a cup of dried chickpeas, we've got some cumin, some lemon juice, some seasoning, salt and pepper, we've got some tahini, clove of garlic, some parsley from the garden, and some olive oil, and some water to cook the chickpeas in, and we'll use a bit more water when we come to the processing stage too. So the Instant Pot is the magic ingredient in being able to make hummus really quickly from scratch. Now, I've never actually timed this before, so this is a genuine timing. So here we go. So let's start the timer. Oh, and we're off. So let's get these dried organic chickpeas into the pot and get them cooking. So I'm just going to add enough water to give a fair amount actually of coverage for the chickpeas. Let's put the last splash in. Actually, it's about 1 litre of water in mine here. It's well covering the chickpeas. And also when you're cooking chickpeas in a pressure cooker or any pulse, just add a little tiny splash of oil of some kind, whatever suits you. That prevents the kind of foaming up that can happen. Okay, so we've got our chickpeas in the Instant Pot with the water, with a splash of oil. We're going to set the Instant Pot away on pressure cooking high, and we're going to put that on for 35 minutes. Move the weight across, and that's it. Now we can go off and relax, which is the joy of pressure cooking. Okay, so that's the Instant Pot has done its job, and on the timer we're on 55 minutes. So there's the time for the pressure cooker to heat up, and then I've let it cook for 40 minutes. I'm going to do a quick pressure release, which is where we just move this steam handle across, and I'm going to just let the steam out manually and probably steam up my camera. Not too bad. And if you keep an eye here, you'll see this little button drop, and when it drops, that's when we know the steam's out so that we can remove the lid. So there we go, the little button has dropped now, and that tells me that the Instant Pot has finished venting, releasing its steam, and I can just pop the lid off now. Whoosh. Can see we've got the chickpeas here, so all I'm going to do now is take these out of the Instant Pot, drain them, and then we'll move on to the next stage of the hummus. Okay, so the chickpeas are all nicely done and drained now, and they're all cooked just like a tinned chickpea. I can kind of squash it between my fingers easily, and that means we can move on and get these into the food processor and made into the hummus. So let me check the time. It's 1 hour. So I've switched over to the food processor now, and we can just get our ingredients in and finish off this lovely hummus. So what shall I put in first? Let's put the chickpeas in first. So here's our freshly cooked, still warm chickpeas, and a clove of garlic's going in. I'm putting in some fresh parsley from the garden. Putting in, this is 2 tablespoons of olive oil. You can use avocado oil, or any oil that you like actually. And then I'm putting in the cumin, that's a teaspoon of powdered cumin. Put that in. And then we've got 2 tablespoons of lemon. And then I've got some seasoning here, so I'm probably going to put about half of that in and then have a taste towards the end. Some black pepper and some sea salt. And then finally I'm putting in the tahini. I haven't priced up my tahini yet, so I'm just going to price it based on an organic kind of good tahini, because that's what this is. And I then can do an estimate on how much it costs me to make this hummus from scratch here using the dried chickpeas. So basically we've got all of that in, and then I will also want to add some water, and that really varies depending on your chickpeas actually. So I'll put about a quarter of a cup in maybe, and let's see how that goes. So all we have to do with hummus is just blend the whole lot together now. There we have it, that looks perfect for me. There's our hummus all nicely blended down. And we've got 1 hour, 14 and 38 seconds.